Battletech tactics, destroying enemy mechs, destroying opposing mechs. That's what we're going to explore in this vlog. And you're like, Fritz, I only need to know one thing, where they are. I'm just going to roll a bunch of dice and blow some stuff up. And certainly I can't argue against big guns, but there is a consistent tactica in Battletech that will leverage the advantage of the dice and the advantage of opportunity to you. Now, Battletech is interesting in that there are these moments where like time stops and you're like, what the heck just happened? A perfect example would be you're advancing and incoming fire hits you in the head, blows your head off, and the mech is down and you're like, what the heck happened? Or that small laser. I remember when this happened. That small laser hits you in the center. Got full armor and everything, but it's a crit. Roll for crit. Took a hit to my engine. You're like, what the heck just happened? Someone forgot to close the hatch or just do something with that. These things happen in Battletech, and there's ways to leverage them and to encourage those opportunities of the dice. But primarily, it's about consistency turn after turn after turn. That's going to give you a lead on top of solid tactics, meaning looking out for the mission, understanding how your lance works, understanding different combinations. Now we've got that framework, and I really wanted to push this up to the Battletech playlist here for the new players. Those of you new to the game, building your lance, finding your way, developing that player personality. If we can be aware of these things, build this checklist, this framework, if we can have this tactic soak in early on, that is going to give you a tremendous advantage. So the first thing is redundancy. And this could be on a single mech, or it could be working as part of a lance. So let's say just kind of a lance. You can fill it in with 4 mechs. Redundancy is where you have multiple shots capable of hitting at the same range band. Let's look at one mech. If I look at something like the Marauder, it has redundancy. It has stock Marauder. It has 2 PPCs and an autocannon. Put aside heat for a second. That is potentially at long and medium range, 3 shots that I can fire at you because I'm going to be moving. We're going to be at range. You're going to be moving. That's going to create a value that I need to hit. Now I'm going to try and bring that down maybe by walking instead of running or standing still. I'm going to try and catch you out in the open, hopefully not moving a number of hexes. But whatever that modifiers are with that primary number, 3 shots is better than 1 shot. If I only have 1 shot, I'm probably going to miss. If I have 2 or 3, that increases those chances. Of course, if I do have 1, I'm going to take that shot. So building your lance and understanding redundancy is very, very important. If I have a Warhammer, if I have a Marauder, if I have a Blackjack, and if I have a Valkyrie, I just pulled those out. Those are like 3 mechs that I regularly play. The redundancy here is the Marauder and the Warhammer, 2 PPCs each. Blackjack, autocannon 2s. Valkyrie, LRM 10-pack. Those are long-range weapons that are all going to fire. That is the redundancy. They're all working. Likewise, if I had a lance that was like a mix and match of stuff, like if I just had a longbow, but also a grasshopper, longbow and banshee. Those two don't really sync up because as we're advancing, certainly the longbow is going to fire with those LRM 20s and the 5s. I do have the long-range weapons on the banshee, but the banshee wants to get up there and punch and go into physical combat. If I get close, now that longbow is not going to be able to work. So looking, because of minimums, looking at your lance, your configuration, and having that redundancy at different range bands, or if it is a close-in unit, all 1 range band. 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is some. That's kind of the focus on it. So that's the first thing, looking at your ability. The second thing is focusing your fire. Now this is hard, right? Because you've got a lance coming at you, you're moving up, a lot of things are happening. Looking in the moment and saying, right now, what is the primary target that I can destroy, that I can cripple, that I can work on? And what we're looking to do is 2 things. We're looking to remove weapons. We're looking ultimately to destroy mechs, obviously. The focus of this tactica. But we're also on the way to doing that, looking at removing weapons and removing initiative. Initiative is very, very important in Battletech. It determines where you go, staying out of firing arcs, getting rear armor, getting good position. So if I have 4 machines and you have 4 machines, as soon as I lose one, not only is one destroyed, battle value gone, the weapons that mech had off the table, right? If you destroy my blackjack, those weapons are off the table. But I've also lost an initiative. So along the way, we are focusing on destroying a mech, but we're looking first, what weapons can I blow off and strip, and how can I take out a mech and get it out of that initiative sink? So if we're looking at my lance and things are in range, if I've got 2 heavies, a medium, and a light, if the light is moving very fast, you have to kind of make that decision in the moment. Do I fire at that light mech? Well, if I have a lot of shots, maybe I can cripple it, but most likely, if it's far enough away and it's moving fast, I'm going to need 10s, 11s, and 12s to hit. Likewise, going against the heavier assault mechs, they've got a lot of armor to chew through. Yes, I could get a lucky shot. You remember that lucky shot? The focus would be the medium mech, because if I fire all of my lance on that one target, there's a good chance I can start to wear it down and in 2 or 3 turns, or 2 turns, potentially cripple it or destroy it. So we're looking and saying, the current situation, what do I have the best chance of destroying or immobilizing or destroying weapons right now? We'll work our way from there and we'll utilize it. The next aspect is blowing off weapons. Now, this is kind of an art form, a little bit easier said than done. If we're looking at my blackjack as an example, I've got autocannons in the arms and I've got lasers. We want to be able to function on multiple angles, multiple vectors, meaning if my mech is facing your mech and we're firing head on, right, that's on the mid hit location chart. On the right side or left side, it goes to the right or left side chart, meaning if I'm on that right side, there's a greater chance I'm going to hit right arms because it's the facing. So one of the things that I'm looking to do is not always go head to head. This is where initiative comes in. You move your piece up. If I have initiative, then I can move. Instead of moving up, I might move up and off to the side. If you have a machine that has an autocannon 10 in the arm or a single PPC in the arm, I want to focus my fire on that side of the mech, because along the way of destroying it, going to internals and crits and coring it out, I want to blow that arm off. I want to reduce the potential for weapon damage. If there's in the left torso or right torso, likewise, face to the left, face to the right. So be careful that you don't get into this trap of like your machines move up, my machines move up, and we're facing each other and we're just trading blows back and forth. Maybe I move forward, maybe I move back, I take cover. No, we want to step off the angle of attack. We want to work on those side angles. Look at the weapons placement of your opposing machine, of that mech. Try to get on that side, and with that redundancy of multiple machines firing on a target, or combined arms if you have tanks, focus to blow those weapons off. Really focus on blowing them off. And then look at understanding combination attacks as best you can. Focusing fire on your way in, long range weapons. As we get closer, medium and short. As we get really close, physical attacks. Physical attacks do put you a little bit in danger of receiving physical attacks, and certainly you can't punch and physical attack with those weapons. If you're utilizing that, meaning if you fire, you can't make physical attacks, you need to keep that in mind. But understanding that the physical attack phase adds a significant amount of possible damage to destroying machines. That's the starting tactica. That's what to look out for. And now I'll open it up to my fellow Battletech enthusiasts, mech warriors, and mech commanders. What else should we look at? What else should we add on our way to destroying mechs?